live on the industry's most wanted. You already know.
Industries most
Podcast.
wanted.
Listen, we got a special guest from Ohio checking in tonight. Y'all stick around. We about to get into it. Hey, L Flocko checking in. Big L Flocko checking in.
Yeah, man. Big L Flocko, man. What's going on?
Yeah, we doing it big over here, you know what I'm saying? Most definitely. Listen, bro, I appreciate you being here tonight. Shout out to everybody. Man, they already tuning in heavy. I see you guys, whether you're checking in from not Instagram, excuse me, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, or Facebook. We're multi-streaming on multiple platforms. I go by the name of Tampa Mystic, Industry's Most Wanted Podcast. I'm broadcasting from the home studio tonight. So shout out to everybody tuning in. But look, it ain't about me. El Flocko, what's good, bro?
What's up, man? I appreciate you for having me. For
Bro,
sure.
it's a pleasure to have you here. You are definitely one of those artists that's out here on your grind. And that's what
Mm,
it's all about is, I created this platform a long time ago and it's about putting independent artists or just business people that are out here working on the grind, to give them some shine. So give us that real deal introduction though, man. Like, you do a lot of stuff. Who is El Flocko?
man, L Flocko, man, he a city boy for real. um, he a boy from Cleveland, Ohio, man. His music is real life. My music, real life, man. Like everything I rap about, it come from the soul, it come from the heart, man. I'm just trying to live a dream and make sure my family eat, man, and the people around me, man. You know, that's shout out Industries Most Wanted, man, for sure, for having me, man. Shout out my gang too, man. Hey, I ain't gotta drop no names, man. Y'all know who y'all is, man. I ain't gotta drop names. Y'all know who y'all is. I might forget somebody, and I don't want nobody being mad. So
You got a lot of people, putting comments up right now. So I'm gonna make sure I try to get all of the comments inside the chat. If I miss anybody, I do apologize because them
forgive me in
comments be
the house,
coming in
so.
fast. They coming in fast.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
once again, I appreciate you taking time to be here. Shout out to everybody who took the time to chime in with us tonight. But we about to just get right on into it. Um, you know, El Flacco is a man of many hats. You got a lot of stuff going on. And
yeah.
so, right now we want people to understand all that. So, before you got into doing what you're doing now, let's take it back. Growing up in your city, when you was a jit, what you was into before music became that really heavy passion for you.
Um, I was in the sports.
Okay.
Um, I was in and out of juvenile. Um, I was into stealing cars a lot. Normal juvenile stuff. Um, my mom was a single parent. I grew up with just my sisters. I ain't had no dad around. Um, I fell in love with music when I got locked up and I caught my first number.
Mm.
Um, when I got out, I used to write jail raps. Um, the beating on the wall and rapping off. Um, when I came home, I got a cousin and he has a studio, and I made a song that I had made in jail, and I recorded it, and he liked it, the song, so he hopped on there.
Mm.
And when I just heard my voice on there, I liked it. Um, it was some time where I was in and out. Headed. My mom passed when I was 17, so
That's tough.
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't care about music, and I was crashing out. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give a fuck about music, nothing for real.
Yeah.
So 2019 is actually where I took music seriously.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So
you know,
fairly recently.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. So 2019, I started going to the studio a lot, and I didn't have the ear for my own music. Everybody else did.
Yeah.
And, this sound good. Or, random people in the studio, I like this. And so I'm like, oh yeah, I can do something with this. And, I be having stories to tell. So
Right.
a lot of people say my music is like a story. They can picture, vision, the whole scene.
Right.
And I tried that out, and I made a song called Shorty, which I actually painted a really nice scene.
Yeah. We're gonna listen to it tonight in a
Yeah.
bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We definitely gonna check it out. For the people who may tune in and have not heard the record, we definitely want to put them on game. So you know, you said before music, you was doing the stuff that kids do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's, you got to go through stuff like that sometimes to learn, and that's what makes you who you are today. Like, we all knucklehead at some point in time in our life. We all do stuff we're not supposed to do. Some people more than others, but it also shapes you into who you are, and you probably really appreciate everything now so much more because of what you went through. As a child.
Learned a lot from it. I'm still learning.
Of course.
I'm still learning.
Absolutely. The day we say we stop learning, we just might as well go ahead and just leave this earth.
Yeah, right. You don't know what all you need to know, and there's never too much to know.
Absolutely. I agree, man. So, take us back to when you started transitioning in music. You said, so when you were incarcerated is when music started really becoming a passion for you, because you had time on your hands at that point, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, coming out of being, having to sit down, a little minor setback for a major comeback, right? When you came out and came home, did you immediately hit the ground running and start recording? Talk to us about that.
Yeah. 2019, before I got locked up, I was making tracks or whatever. So when I came home from that bid, I like my third day home, I went to the video man. Hey, I need, you know what I'm saying? So I just took off with it, man. Like I just took off running with it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't be playing. I don't be trying to drop too much at one time, but it just man,
you had a lot built up though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You had a lot of time. How long were you incarcerated?
2 years.
Okay, so definitely long enough to have written a whole lot of music.
Yeah, some of the music, I got some music that I wrote down in there that's actually on beat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. You had some stuff to get off your chest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what it is. And better to put it through your music than to come out and do stuff that got you in there in the first place, right?
Yeah, sure.
So coming out of incarceration, was that the first time that you like recorded in a real deal situation, a good mic, all that stuff?
I wouldn't say that because I feel like before I was incarcerated, the mic in the studio I was at was the real deal. But I ran across a couple people that's nice too. That's nice, yeah. I give my shout outs, yeah.
Most definitely. You got a lot of people giving you shout out in the chat, so let's just take a quick pause and shout out to everybody who's taking the time to tune in.
Shout out to everybody, man. These my supporters, man. This is my family, man. I support this is my family.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always like to pay homage to them because they could be doing anything else in the world right now, but they spending time with us, so we're humbly grateful. We're live streaming on 2 Facebook pages, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, multiple pages. So big shout out to everybody, checking in with us tonight. What was the first song after you came home that you released out there to the world?
I want to say 32 Bars of Flocko.
Okay, tell us about it.
32 Bars of Flocko just basically it explains a lot of me. It's just reminiscing. It might be more than 32 bars, but
a lot of bars.
Yeah, it just 32 Bars of Flocko just tell you about how I'm a star in the making, and my mama moved me from the hood. It's a lot of stuff. I reminisce on stealing cars.
Yeah.
Um, I reminisce on my case. It's a lot. 32 bars got a lot of feel there.
A lot of content, but it's all you. Like you said, you reflected on everything that you've been through and you were able to put it into one body of work. Get that off
Yeah,
of your chest and say, okay, now I've got that out. Now I can get to work and focus on what is to come, not stuff that's already behind me.
right. hmm Yeah,
That's dope.
I wrote that in the cell. So
Yeah. Definitely, I'm sure it's very heartfelt. I haven't heard it. Is it out on any of the platforms right now that
yeah, it's
people
out
can
on
go hear
every
it?
platform. Yep.
So that's really dope, man. What was the first visual that you shot after you came home?
Um, it was called All In. It's me and a feature on there. Um, that was the first visual I shot.
And that's out on YouTube as well.
Yeah, that's out on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's what's up, man. So let's talk about the creative process because a lot of people who are not necessarily they like music but they're not in the music business don't understand the creative process and what you put into putting just one song together, let alone a whole body of work, right? So
Right.
you were probably writing a lot
Mm.
before, but now that you're home, are you still writing or are you getting in the studio freestyling and punching in? Do you properly prepare yourself or you just go when you catch a vibe? How does your music come together? Take us through that creative process.
It was actually all of those things. I still write. Shorty, I took my time and wrote that. Um, I freestyle, punch in. If like one of my bros or something be like, "What's up? Hop on this." I'd be like, "Come on," you know what I'm saying? "Come on, ready right now? Come on." We go to the studio and they go first, and as they going, I'm just going.
Yeah.
And when they done, I hop on, and then um. But if I get a beat that I really, 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 really like, I'm gonna write to it.
Okay.
And 9 times out of 10, I probably already have stuff wrote to it. So
Do you typically put the hook together and build around it? How does that process work for you?
um, sometimes I put the hook together and then
Okay.
build around it. Or sometimes I just rap and
Yeah.
then as the beat is changing up, I make a hook.
Definitely. Yeah, because I like to break that down because there's a lot of people who are not involved in music and they've never like maybe sat in on a recording session. I love that
Yeah.
part of it. I love the creative process. I love being in those studio sessions. I love understanding how your music comes together because every artist I think is a little different. You might have some similarities, but every artist is a little different. What
Yeah.
was the first full body of work that you put out? Album, EP, mixtape, what was it?
Um, it was the life of Flocko.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually put that out when I was incarcerated.
Okay.
I dropped.
Look at you releasing music
Yeah.
from behind the walls. That's
Yeah. I dropped that when I was incarcerated.
yeah.
Um, and that was the very first EP I dropped.
Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit because again, I understand how a lot of that works, but people who may not understand the music business, well, how did he drop an album if he's incarcerated, right? Um,
Yeah.
the music that you put out was majority of it already in the vault, ready to go, or was it
Mm.
something that still had to get touched up a little bit? And
No, everything was ready to go.
so it sounds
Yeah.
like you had a hell of a team around you because they were able to help you get that out there and distribute it on the platforms and stuff
Yeah.
while you're incarcerated.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout
What does
out
that
Bando
mean to
State
you?
too.
Is that one of your producers?
Yeah. That's actually a manager that I work with. He has a label out
Okay.
in Texas, up and coming. So big shout out to him. He put out a lot of my music for me also. So, he be holding it down all the way in Houston. So
That's dope. That's dope. You have to have people around you, even if they're not around you like in physical
yeah,
form,
physical, yeah.
but they're around you like, helping you from afar. You in Ohio, he in Texas, holding
Right,
you down. It's
right.
hard to excuse me. It's hard to come across people that are real like that because
And I never met that man personally, face to face, a day in my life.
is that him that's checking in right now, Bando Zay?
Yeah,
Big shout out to Bando Zay checking in.
yeah,
Shout out to Rhonda P. Shout out to
yeah,
Dewan. Shout
that's
out to
that's my
we see all
cousin, yeah, and my brother,
y'all.
and it's all family, man. This is family in here.
Yes. Well, they my family now too.
All right.
Most definitely. For the people who are really supporting you, since you got a lot of people chimed in right now, what do you want to say to them? What do you like? Just give them their flowers right now. What do you want to say to those people?
Yeah, man, I thank y'all. Shit, y'all know when I make it, man, we gone, man. I be asking everybody what they want already. What kind of car you want? What kind of house you want? Where you want this house at? They know what's going on, man. They know. That's why they support me like that, because they know.
Yeah.
So
That's dope, man. It's important we take time from just time to time. We ain't got to tell them every day, but we got to let them know how much we're grateful because as they say, here today, gone tomorrow. We just never know when it's going to be our last day or theirs. So we have to love on our people most definitely. Um what's one of your biggest accolades, so far? Tell us about that. Like what are you proud? I mean, you probably got a lot that you're proud of that you've done. But give us
um,
one or two big moments for you.
big moment. Just getting my music heard, though. In another state, people, just spreading my music and
Yeah.
the feedback I have off of that. You know, I wouldn't have never thought that. Just I'm just rapping. So I wouldn't have never thought like I would get so much feedback. I wouldn't have never thought I would have music playing on the radio in Atlanta. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have never thought none of that when I started rapping. I didn't even expect to come this far. You know, so that's I'm proud of that. So
Absolutely. It is. It's an accomplishment, every day that something new happens, whether it's
mm,
even something as small as new people stream your music or new people follow you on your social platforms because they say, dang, he's a dope artist. You know what I'm saying? All that is
right,
an accomplishment because people don't have to take the time to do that. So definitely something to be proud of. Now,
yeah,
let's take it to the opposite side, and we'll talk about since you've been home. We'll focus on that. And you've really been able to run hard with your music. What's
mhm.
been the biggest struggle for you, bro? Share that with us. I always like hearing this because, it could be
Uh,
motivating for somebody.
the biggest struggle, it's just getting support in my own city, man. That's the biggest struggle, man. Support in my own city from my own people out here, like that's a struggle. Yeah,
Shout out Bando Zay. Sorry, he gave me a shout out. I had to shout him back real quick.
no, he gonna give your flowers for sure, all day, all the whole interview. um, as far as like the DJs, um, if they feel like some DJs hate on the low, so um if they feel like your music, I feel like if they feel like your music is too good, they're not gonna play it. You know, yeah, that's the struggle. Just getting the DJs to play the music and getting people to support me in the city. And that's my struggle for real.
Bro, I'm with you.
Networking with people out here.
Yeah, absolutely. I talk about that. I think anybody who's ever heard my interviews, I think I talk about it every interview. One of the hardest things to do as someone like myself who is a radio personality and a content creator, someone like yourself who is an artist, one of the hardest things to do is get people to support us because they're
Yeah.
busy. People be busy with their own lives, but a lot of
I
them
don't feel like they even be busy. It's just the support system is crazy. It's real
right.
low on
But
here.
that's what I was about to say. Like they be busy, but people make time for what's important for them.
Yeah, sure.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Get
Industries
it.
most wanted.
People gonna make time for what's important to them. So we know definitely it is a struggle though, most definitely. So what's next for you? We winding up 2022, bro. Like what can we expect from L Flocko coming into the new year?
Be on the lookout for 3 years later.
Okay.
3 years later EP, man. Working on that. Just be on the lookout for that. Y'all better be on the lookout for my music, cause yeah, it's that time.
So let's talk about the EP. Is it still in the works or is it something that is already done? Like, talk to us
It's in the
about.
works. It's in
Okay.
the works. hmm
So
It's in
they
the
can
works.
stay tuned for it. Looks like it's a Jazara. Is that your boo?
Yeah, Johnson Ray, man. Everybody know who that is, man. That's
I
my
apologize.
baby.
I apologize. I said it wrong. Sorry, my love. Nice to meet you, baby. Shout out to you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? My apologies for saying your name wrong. Shout out to Egyptian King. You got a lot of people checking in, supporting you, bro.
yeah, man. That's love too. Cause I'm, I'm not no big name right now,
You are
but
to them.
right. So I definitely respect and love. Like I said, I don't call them supporters, man. That's my family. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Even if I don't know you, you know what I'm saying? Like people share my stuff. I don't gotta ask nothing. So that's family to me.
Yeah. Absolutely. Most definitely. Talk to us about this record. It's called Shorty. We're gonna check it out. I'm probably sure it's one of the people's favorites, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. uh, Shorty is a person who's um his mama and daddy is dysfunctional. Um, he want to learn how to get it in the streets. Um, Shorty just got a lot going on. His homies, not his homies, how he thought they was.
Yeah.
Um, Shorty has a baby on the way. Oh, you like Purge. Yeah, Purge, cool. Shorty just you got. I don't want to explain it. I want y'all to hear it, cause if you really listen to Shorty, like you will know what Shorty did at the end.
Yeah.
You know, so I just want to hear it.
We about to check it out. Who
Yeah, I
produced
just
this
want to hear
record?
it. Hmm?
Who produced the record?
Who produced that? RSM Studios.
Okay. All right. Big
Yeah,
shout out to them.
shout out RSM Studios. Yeah.
Most definitely. Before we get into the record, and before we do the social media, is there anything else that you got in the works? Whether it be, do you got your own brand, your own merch, anything like that that you want to let everybody know about?
Yeah, man, y'all be on the lookout for RBE Road Boy Entertainment merch and LAM merch,
Yeah.
Loyalty and Money. So we definitely about to start working on that. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that.
Most definitely. Make sure you guys tap into everything he got going on. With that being said, where can they follow you? Where can they keep up with you? And where can they support you?
Instagram is L_Flocko FLOCKO and another underscore. Facebook Dreadhead Flocko. So I'm
For
on
the
them too.
people who are not familiar, how was that name brought to life, El Flaco?
Um, well, the L stands for the initial of my first real name.
Okay, the government.
Yeah. So the Flocko is, I had that name since I was about 14. So Flocko, I actually used to listen to like a lot of Waka Flocka. So
Okay.
I kind of ran with that, in the dreads, So yeah, it started off a name as a kid, and I just put the L in front of it as I got older.
I like it though because it's different. There ain't nobody else out here walking around with that same name. That's important.
It's definitely different.
Definitely important, man. I know you got a lot of people tuning in right now. We've been
Yeah,
shouting them out, if we missed anybody, Natasha, shout out to Natasha. I see you. Like everybody that's
best
checked in.
friend. Yeah.
Who do you want to show some love to?
Um. Well, my family, everybody that's on here, I show love to them. A couple artists I know work with. Um. And some producers. I want to give a shout out to Chef. Oh, there you go, right there too. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he right there right now.
Right. um, I want to give out shout out to Television Studios. They podcast. I interviewed with them not too long ago, recently.
Oh,
Big shout out to them. Um, Man, shout out to my family, man, for real, man. Shout out to FNN KAK. Oso. Shout out to Oso. And just shout out, man, to everybody that fuck with me, man. It's so much I can't, it's a lot.
you got Mar checking in, giving you the 100s, you know what
That's
I'm
bro. That's bro.
saying?
Yeah. That's bro.
Definitely, we appreciate everybody took the time to check in. You know what I'm saying? We are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. Quick little shameless plug. I do this all the time. If y'all want to hit that subscribe button, feel free. I love you. Make sure you go subscribe to his
Make
YouTube
sure y'all,
channel.
make sure y'all subscribe for sure.
Yeah. But the
Y'all gonna be seeing me in Tampa a lot, man.
nah, for real, we putting in this
Y'all
work.
gonna be seeing us a lot, man.
Period. Like I hope that you can make it out here in January and perform at the showcase.
Oh I'm out there. Don't even worry about it. Don't
Queen,
even worry
the
about it.
biggest OG, bigger ranking, you know what I'm saying?
Don't even worry about it. I'm gonna be out there with y'all.
Most definitely. And we got my people checking in over on Facebook. So shout out to you guys for tapping in as well. We appreciate you.
Hey, shout
Most
out to
definitely.
y'all too, y'all. Everybody don't know that's on your end. Shout out, big shout out.
Yeah, they in here, boy. Them comments coming in. Last but not
So
least,
y'all follow me too.
yeah,
I
make sure you
mainly be on
follow him.
Instagram.
Follow him on social platforms. We live right here, right?
Industries most
We
wanted.
live on the industry's most wanted podcast. It's your girl Tempa Mystic. We got L Flocko from Ohio checking in the building. Go ahead
Putting
and tell everybody what makes you the industry's most wanted.
I'm me, man. I'm Flocko. I'm creative. I'm different, man. So when y'all hear Shorty, y'all gonna know.
Straight like that.
Straight like that. And I'm from Cleveland, man.
Who's a big influence? Of course, I know Bone Thugs definitely got to be an influence. Any other artists out there that's an influence for you?
Far as right now,
I mean, whether it be going back, because we know Bone Thugs been around for a long time, but like going forward, is there anybody that's an influence, from back in the time or right now?
I mean Bone Thugs, Ray Jr. Um, that's about it for real.
Yeah. And shout
Yeah,
out to your boo. Shout out to your baby. She over here loving right now. I'm loving it.
yeah,
I'm loving it.
she gonna give me a whole bunch of kisses and hugs when I get off.
That's what I'm talking about, girl. Go ahead and love on
Yeah,
your baby. Too. I'm gonna go love on mine in a minute.
yeah, for sure.
Nah, that's what it's all about, man. Is having a significant other behind you that really understands what you're doing and supports it. That's so
Understands
beautiful.
music, cause if
Yes.
somebody be like, yeah, my dream is to be a rapper, artist, whatever. Don't nobody believe in that type of dream.
Absolutely. It's tough, like my significant other, he's an audio engineer, but he's an artist as well. So it's like fortunately me being in this business, I understand him, he understands me, and we know what it takes to pick each other up and keep each other motivated in this business. And it sounds
Yeah,
like, she's definitely doing the same for you. That's so beautiful. I love
yeah.
it.
I want to give another shout out to P Brown.
Okay.
Yep, I'm gonna be working with her too. So
So definitely shout out. So we about to get into this record, y'all. Listen, as we're playing this record, I know you guys have probably heard it, or for the ones who may not have, if you are rocking with the record, I always ask, go ahead and throw them fire emojis up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and spam the chat with the fire emojis. let El Flocko know that you rocking with the movement. But we about to check it out. Go ahead and introduce it for us.
It's a song called Shorty. Shorty about to the song about to break down Shorty. So just make sure y'all listen, cause I'm gonna ask what happened.
It's time.
Quiz y'all.
We're gonna put a quiz up for y'all.
Yeah, make sure y'all listen and tune in and listen word for word.
Facts.
Sure.
All right, let's get it.
It's a story about Shorty.
Our industry's most wanted.
No, I can talk to my shit.
Youngin' in that ghetto, he ain't got nowhere to go. Daddy never gave a fuck, and his mama shooting dope. Shorty wanna learn the game, ain't nobody tell him no. So they taught Shorty the game, but they ain't tell him what it cost. The gang gon' let him hang himself. They just give Shorty the rope. Seen this man take the stand, he couldn't believe what he wrote. Now he lurking by himself, cause he don't trust no one he know. And he turned up on his savage, Shorty tired of being broke. And what Shorty done been through, don't nobody know. Shorty playing with his nose, and he sniffing up the coke. Now Shorty going everywhere, don't nobody go. And Shorty fan no man, cause Shorty got a pole. Late night creeping, yeah, Shorty on the stroll. And let a nigga play with him is murder, Shorty wrote. It don't matter what they offer, he'll never sell his soul. Took some bullets from the hood, now they calling him the GOAT, damn.
Boy, that record goes so hard. El Flocko, let's go.
Part 2 get deeper.
I like how you let the beat breathe a little bit right there.
Shorty out here thugging on the hood and gave him stripes. Ever since he took them shells, he been sliding every night. Seen a number cross his screen, he knew something wasn't right. Say he wanted for a murder, got his name black and white. Shorty hung up on the caller, trying to gather all his thoughts. Shorty
Shout out to my dog, Key Illuminati. I see you checking in. What's good, bro?
He ain't trying to take that loss, but this is karma for the shit he did and never got caught. Shorty getting bloody now, mask on, hoodie down, rhyme with that fully round. Shorty getting boogie now, Shorty said it's killer season. Shorty looking for a reason, Shorty getting that score even. He can feel his soul leaving, devil in his ear, he can hear that nigga talking. Shorty grabbed a blunt, leaned back, then he sparked it. Opened up this phone, sent a text, then he tossed it. Made his way down that hall, grabbed that 40 out the closet.
We got the big fire emoji coming in from Facebook, but it's not letting me post it. But we see you with the big fire emoji.
Yeah. Now, what you think happened to Shorty?
Man, I think he's talking to me right now.
Yeah, so at the end, when the gunshot go off, Shorty killed himself. Yeah. Shorty wanted for a murder. He got a baby on the way.
Yeah.
He know if he get locked up, they throwing the key.
Absolutely.
It's over with. So
but I think that like honestly, even though that's not exactly your story, I just think that that could have been the journey that you went on, if that makes sense, if you would have stayed on the path you were on. Mm-hmm. So I think that listening to that song is telling us your journey, but fortunately you took a different path and you were able to do what you're doing now. That song is so deep.
Yeah. That's I'm thinking about coming part 2.
I think you should.
Yeah, I've been having some ideas in my head. Coming part 2 with that song. The visual is about to be so crazy for that.
When do you anticipate a visual? Because I already know.
Before the year is over with. I don't want to rush that. I want to make every scene perfect.
Yeah, understood.
Good quality. I want to find somebody that can really play Shorty.
Yeah.
So It's in the works though. It's in the
Yeah,
works.
most
So
definitely. What you got planned for the holiday season? Do you celebrate holidays? I know some people do, some
yeah,
people don't.
yeah. Of course. Yeah. No, I'm out of jail for them motherfuckers now. So
What you what
yeah.
you, what you guys
Uh,
you and your family got up your sleeve for Christmas and New Year's and all that?
man, just celebrate us.
Yeah, life.
Us being together for the holidays. That's about it, man. And watch the kids enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
That's about it, man.
And you will tentatively be coming out for an in-person interview, right?
Yeah, yeah. We meet what on the 14th.
Yes, I was gonna say, or if you think you're coming for the showcase, we can also do it around that time. That way, it's all in one trip. Whatever is easier for you.
Um, I mean, we can do that. We could do another one around the showcase. Hey,
Okay.
it don't matter to me. But I'm coming out there. Bando's birthday weekend.
Okay.
So they be in the studio with me.
Yeah.
Big shout out, birthday boy, getting up there, boy.
Don't let him talk to you like that. You young. We young,
Oh
forever
yeah,
young.
cuz come over. Let me and my cousin having a conversation on your live.
It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
family. You know, you like my bro.
yeah,
So
so
um
yeah.
definitely. But once again, shout out to everybody that checked in, whether it be Facebook. Robert over there on Facebook, you putting the big fire emojis up. It's not letting me put them on the screen. He giving you the big fire emoji. So you
Shout
getting
out
that,
Robert.
yeah, over there on Facebook, showing love. But
Show Egyptian.
man, I appreciate everybody tapped in. But we better get up out of here. You got anything else before we check out?
No, I just appreciate you once again for having me, man. Big shout out Industries Most Wanted. Um, Shout out to everybody that tapped in. Um, Much love, man. Much love to my family. You know, music is on all platforms. Just type in L Flocko, Instagram L_Flocko. That's FLOCKO_. And big shout to you. That's it.
Man, most definitely. I'm still trying to get all these comments on the screen. I don't want to miss nobody.
Oh yeah, yeah. Big shout out to y'all, man.
For sure. Well, once again, we about to get up out of here. I go by Tampa Mystic on all social platforms. Feel free to hit that follow button. I'm gonna follow you back. And yeah, we about to get up out of here, y'all. Y'all have a blessed night.